Hey my everythings, I hope that you all are doing well. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you would like to get notified anytime that new reads are being posted, please feel free to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you can get those notifications anytime that new reads are being posted, okay? Definitely helps out the growth of the channel, and I'm so happy and grateful to have you all here with me today. This read is going to be for Aries. Aries, I'm seeing that the earth element is strongly involved in what's going on during the cycle of the read for you. I'm seeing that maybe this could be about someone that's being grounded, or like you're getting grounded, getting a sense of clarity, understanding. The earth element is represented in a southern wind. So with the earth element, it is a representation of the summer season, which technically we're in now, depending on where you live. Society teaching you lessons, power, a sense of being, companionship, or if you're in a warrior type of energy, okay? I am seeing stun guns, so that could have to do with like you being in a defensive type of energy, recognizing and learning where your power is coming from. Like I said, I am seeing that the ego within the spirit of true self is seeking security in people. So this could have to do with your relationships, partnerships. I am also seeing that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self some lessons in regard to the eastern and the western wind. With that western wind, the soul is teaching the spirit of true self with something that has to do with responsibilities and politics and the process of those things, and how it's strongly related to a perception that you formulated about children. So take it as it resonates. You could be thinking about having children. You could be thinking about your bloodline. This could also have to do with how you were influenced as a child and how certain cycles you've inherited or were passed on to you, or that you're understanding the process of how those same types of cycles may be passed on to your children. Something like that is going on in regard to like you looking outward in your interactions that you have with people. Could be your family, people around you, like I said, or specifically your children or you as a child, in regard to responsibilities and politics and how they influence, you know, your sense of self, your power, how it is that you interact with people externally by the way of how you show up, or how other people show up in the dynamics of those relationships, if it's a companionship or if it's someone that is pulling you into like a warrior type of energy. This does have to do with you learning from society, especially with that earth energy, as well as you teaching them, you know, something, even by the way of just you living and existing, okay? So I am seeing that the spirit of true self is, you know, has been resonating with certain messages and things that you've been learning specifically during the cycle of the read. So I'm seeing that spirit is sending a message about the art of rituals. With the art of rituals energy, spirit is saying to practice rituals to re-enchant your life. This could also have to do with the cycling energy, where like if you learn how to do certain things like brushing your teeth or washing your face or showering or going for a run every morning, or whatever it is that your family did on a regular basis, or something that you do on a regular basis, that's technically considered a ritual. Having breakfast, lunch, and dinner at a certain time every day is a ritual. Things like that. Spirit is saying, you know, just that's a thing in regard to what it is that you're learning lessons about in the power that it holds, or how it's influenced you. And also it brings attention to how it, like I said, it may influence your children as well. Politics and responsibilities involved you know, I'm just seeing that this is one of those things that Spirit is bringing attention to. I'm also seeing speaking out. So with speaking out, Spirit is saying that your voice is released, expressing yourself frankly. I also got a message earlier about not blocking your children's throat chakra, because it can cause them to feel, when they become adults, like their voice is invaluable. And you don't want your children to feel like their voice is invaluable throughout their whole childhood, and then they become adults and don't speak up for themselves, right? So even if this has been something that you were challenged with, or that you went through during your youth, I'm just seeing that, like, during the cycle of the read, you're recognizing how certain behaviors and things in regard to the responsibilities when it comes to children and the cycles that are passed on to them has a certain power and influence on how they're able to show up in the world protected and defending themselves. So this could be about how you're expressing yourself, or like if you feel like you're going through challenges of being able to express yourself, or also, you know, just you learning and developing how to be able to express yourself more easily, okay? Or gonna have to do with your kids, take it as it resonates. Then I'm also seeing embrace. So with that embrace message, it says to remember your primordial nature, because you are a vessel. A part of you having a vessel is you having the ability to speak out and let your voice be heard, because you are present, you are alive, and you have permission to do so. So, you know, take it all as it resonates. Those are the messages from Spirit, though. So I'm also seeing the grounding energy. I said this in the beginning of the read, and it just made me laugh a little bit, because that's technically what it's about. So strongly involved in what's going on during the cycle of this read. So this may have been like a moment of growth for you. With the grounding energy, it does represent stability, like coming into an energy of like being able to overcome your challenges, feeling more secure in where it is that you are, because you've endured, you have grown. And like I said, it's a grounding energy with the earth and being rooted in your power. And I'm seeing that Spirit is showing that the power that you're rooted in is your ability to speak out. Or, you know, like I said, it could be saying that that's what you're growing stronger in, is your ability to speak out, because either you've inherited that from your parents, or you want your children to also be able to inherit the power and ability to speak up for themselves, okay? I'm seeing picture energy, so this represents someone looking at pictures. Could be you looking at pictures, someone missing you, or you missing someone else. A sense of nostalgia and looking forward to making new memories. Then I'm also seeing seduction, so making new memories and seduction, bringing in that baby energy. So it could have to do with someone having kids or thinking about having kids. Attraction, hooking up with someone, and, you know, being led by temptation is what I'm seeing. However, not for nothing, I'm seeing that the intentions are pure, as no one intends on making you a third party, or you don't intend on making this person that you're passionate about a third party, because there's an engagement ring involved. Someone wanting higher commitment, seeing an eternity with that person, partnership and union, and a sense of completion. especially in regard to being grounded, not carrying on karmic cycles or like toxic behavior with your children, having a newfound sense of responsibility and understanding your power and your sense of being. Also union, speaking out, practicing rituals of being able to speak out, and just feeling more secure. For you to essentially feel more secure, or you and your partner to feel more secure in your relationship, okay? The overall emotions that I'm seeing that are associated with this read are for you not to be afraid. Don't be fearful. Even though you may have been cautious of repeating certain patterns or cycles, right? For you to feel satisfied, fulfilled, for you to feel liberated, for you not to feel hesitant. I am seeing that someone is going to surprise you, or you're going to surprise someone else. For you not to feel lost, for you not to feel empty. I am seeing that someone is attracted to you, or you have attracted this energy to yourself for you to feel satisfied, for you to be fulfilled, for you not to feel lost, like maybe in the dynamic of a relationship where you weren't saying certain things because you were worried about what was going to happen, or you didn't want to say the wrong thing. Like I said, I'm just seeing that there's a strong tie between the experiences that you may have had when you were younger, or the experiences that you're having now as an adult, and how you may have an influence on your children, or how you were influenced as a child. The overall thing that I'm seeing is that you want your voice to be validated, and you also want your voice of your children to be validated, where they don't feel hesitant about maybe even telling someone how they feel that they love, if that is the situation. And I'm also seeing, the emotion and the energy for you to be playful. So not to be fearful in your relationships, for you to be playful. You don't have to be hesitant or feel empty or lost in this relationship or the dynamic of it. And it may seem like a little bit of a responsibility or a priority for you to be a little bit playful, because you have attracted this kind of reassurance to yourself at this point in time in your life, okay? And like I said, I am seeing a commitment here, some attraction to that person that you want to be committed to, or that person is attracted to you that wants to be committed to you. Take it as it resonates. Though I'll talk more about that when we get there. So if you're not familiar with how it is that I do my reads, I do them based on time that has been offered or is available to me for me to be able to share the message with you. So thank you. The time that have been offered to me is the Queen of Swords energy. So this could also represent the energy that I'm being received in. The Queen of Swords energy is someone that sets boundaries, don't play no games. Truth teller, like someone that's willing to defend and protect their honor, their truth. Okay, so thank you. It is being received as meek, like humble and timid and shy, also magical, enchanting, miraculous, and aware. So thank you. I take that as a compliment. Then the energy that I see you in is the Page of Cups energy. The Page of Cups energy overall is showing me that during the cycle of the read, there is some type of reconciliation that has happened. And I'm seeing that it has brought you like a lot of rejoice and delight. And it's also something that like happened gracefully. Like it wasn't forced upon you. And considering the fact that maybe you were a little bit hesitant in the reconciliation, I am seeing that it brings you a lot of joy that has happened. It's also being seen as like not unconventional, not like extreme. Like I said, it's like not being forced upon you or anything like that. It's just something that just happened gracefully. And I'm seeing that it has happened out of selflessness. So you were able to overcome whatever was straining on the dynamic of a relationship between you and whoever, just out of grace and selflessness. So let's talk about the read. So during this cycle of the read, I am seeing that you were in a relationship with someone that you loved with the Lover's card. Though I am seeing that this could either be about your child, because I'm seeing the Empress energy. So it could be about your child, or it could be about someone that you're in a romantic relationship with. The reason why I say that it could be your child is because you're being received in this Lover's energy also is very earthy. So like an unrefined natural state of love. And I feel like that's the kind of love that comes from, you know, true love and soulmates for sure, though also parent to child kind of love. So take it as it resonates. I am seeing that this was a graceful union, though it was also new. So this could have been like a baby, or like it could have involved you having this Empress baby with someone. Like I'm just seeing that this Empress is someone that's in the balance of then something. Yeah, this Empress is hanging in the balance between then and now, right? So during the cycle of the read, I'm seeing that obviously there was some type of reconciliation. That's the overall energy for what happened in the past. Though I'm seeing that there was a loving relationship, an Empress that was hanging in the balance, and then there was some type of change that happened that left the Empress hanging in the balance of what was going on. So this could have been someone that you were in a relationship with, that you had this child with, or children, though I'm just specifically seeing this one Empress. Or this could have been about you, that when you were in this relationship, you went through a really big change because of a child that was involved in the relationship, or something like that, right? And that's really what I'm seeing, because there's the Lover's energy and then there's the Death energy. So someone could have even lost a child, or this could be representing the change in the dynamic of the relationship between the lovers. And the gender is not specific on who it is that you are, right? You could be the person that had the child, you could be the child that the cards are referring to as the Empress, that was, you know, your voice was silenced during the partnership between your parents, and you recognize that you're going through that same kind of cycle with your child. So take it as it resonates. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers. I'm just telling you what it is that I'm seeing, okay? And I'm also not projecting that you will go through these challenges. I'm just saying what I see. Though I am seeing the Death card, and that could represent that there was a literal passing away of this Empress that was left in a balance, or it could represent that there was a big change that happened where responsibilities needed to be better defined and understood with the western wind. Okay. This death energy is coming through as satisfying though. So I'm hearing really strong, like getting that energy of God is in control. So it may not have felt amazing when the situation happened in the past, though you went through what it is that you went through so that you can grow stronger and wiser in how it is that you use your voice in the relationships that mean the most to you. And this is whether if you were the person that lost a child, or you were the child that's voice was silenced, or you were the person that had the child with this person and then your relationship went through its challenges and things changed and you still had a child, you know, that you all had to take care of and, you know, mature and be responsible for, right? I am seeing that this death energy did happen though, and it wasn't like insane, and it didn't cause misery or leave you all frazzled. It was just something that happened. Like I said, the Empress energy was something that was left in the balance. So it could have, this all could represent that it was a time of change and transformation for your relationship. Like I said, maybe there were things that you weren't saying because you were hesitant. So please just understand that there are multiple dimensions to the reality, even as one thing or circumstance or situation may apply to you, and the others that I referred to don't. It could also still be relative to other Aries that are listening, right? Yeah, so you all are a part of the same constellation. And that's all that I'm allowed to say by the way of what was offered to me, or the energy that I'm being received in, okay? So, let's talk about your future. The first thing that I'm seeing for your future is the Judgment. So, overall, this is a reconciliation type of energy that has happened during the cycle of this read. So, what I'm seeing for sure is that the overall judgment is clear and that exciting things are going to happen moving forward. And I say that with a lot of confidence because as far into your future as I can see is this King of Swords energy. The King of Swords energy represents the same kind of energy that I was being received in or that was offered to me. So this is someone that is willing to defend and protect, someone that is honorable and justified in the truth that they shield and guard what they care for, right? This could be you or this could be the other person. Like I did say, this person is not playing about you, or you're not playing about the dynamic of the relationship, right? Because there is that engagement energy, there is the attraction, making new memories with the picture energy, and someone is standing firm in the strength that they have to speak out and be honest and truthful about their willingness and ability to defend and protect, being a protector and a provider. So the gender is not specific, even though it says King of Swords, right? So male or female, take it as it resonates. It applies to you. you are being received in this energy is very satisfying. Like I said, that word did come through, right? For you to be satisfied, for you to feel liberated. Speaking out, speaking your truth can make you feel liberated and satisfied, right? And even though the word did come through as playful, I just think that it's like a reminder to be playful, even when you are showing someone that you're being serious about them, right? Just don't play games with them if you know that you want to take them seriously. So you are being received as inspirational and influential in this energy, and also not haunting. So even as you or this other person being in this King of Swords energy, like they're being received as like not haunting, maybe in regards to what has happened in the past, or they're not haunted by their voice being invaluable, right? So take it as it resonates. And like I said, that judgment energy that supersedes it is like, I'm coming through with this truth, and it's clear that I want you with the engagement ring, right? So congratulations and good luck in your union moving forward. Just be mindful that if you are taking on the responsibility of forgiving someone and opening up your heart and being willing and able to move forward, and you know what your defenses are, right? And you know what your triggers are. Be mindful that you don't want to speak ill into the person that you love or that you care about. If you really truly love and care about them, even if you've had to forgive them, right? So be graceful with yourself as well. And I'm seeing that you won't be haunted by things that have happened in the past, and or that other person won't be haunted by things that have happened in the past. And hopefully you both have a healthy way to navigate speaking life into each other, and you find a healthy way addressing challenges or issues or worries that you may have. If you have any, I'm not saying that you will have any. I hope that it's all peace and rainbows for the rest of your life, right? And with me saying that, like I said, I hope that you are able to navigate healthy ways to communicate how it is that you feel, and that you are reassured with trust and compassion and the kind of love that you've been praying for. And I wish you the best on your union. And if you have had a child, or this child is you that was hanging in the balance of the changes that your family went through, I hope that you're proud of yourself for the responsibility that you took in being able to embrace who and what it is that you are, and the power that you have to make a difference in your own life, and that you are this Empress upright, or your child is, okay? Because an Empress upright is someone that is creative and innovative and has the ability to utilize the space that has been provided to them to make magic happen, right? They have the power and the people that believe in them, the tools and the resources that they need to just create, and they do it effortlessly because they're deserving of it, right? So if that had to come by the way of you overcoming and standing stronger and growing into speaking out more and embracing who it is that you are, then I love that for you. And if it's your children, then I love that for them. And if I have been received in the Queen of Swords energy, I believe that that's worth protecting, and that is definitely worth defending and restoring and speaking life into. Okay? So to you, Aries, I send love, light, and healing energy. And I thank you all so much for joining me for this read today. I will see you all next time. Bye.